Hey everyone, so trying something a little bit different today. I'm going to do a 2-for-1 trail day. We're going to go over to New Jersey and I am going to check out 2 kind of well-known, top-rated, popular trails. Most lists have these in the top 5 of trails in New Jersey, and I think a lot of them have them in the top 3, if not 1 and 2. So we're going to check out first Palisades Park and the Giant Steps, which has supposedly great views, and then we're gonna go over to the Stairway to Heaven, which is a shorter trail. I honestly don't know what to expect from either of these, so I'll see you at the first trail. So we are here at Palisades Park, starting on the long path and making our way to the Great Stairs, which is a nice little scrambling place. So this trail is going to take us around and up to the New York border and into New York. And then it'll take us around and down into the shoreline area. So we have the border monument here, which means this fence is the delineation between New Jersey and New York. So we're about to cross into New York and then make our way around. So as you can see, it's just a straight down and there's no railing. So if you're gonna do this trail, first word of advice right off the bat is to just be careful, because now we're talking. Now I'm getting really excited because this is no joke. Though I'm sure it's a little overstated, but who knows? We'll see. I'm excited to get to the scramble, so I think we're almost there. So we're now on the shoreline, as you can tell, and we are walking over the final little section to the Giant Stairs. So it finally just hit me that I was walking down giant stairs. And I think the problem was when I looked at this trail, the only thing I saw was this picture right here. And it looked like it was more like a scramble on the shoreline, more sort of flat, but like a distance scramble, not an elevated scramble. I think that photo is bogus.
Wrong.
Because the more I'm walking down the shoreline here, the more I'm realizing There's really no place for that wide rock scramble that I just showed you in that picture.
Wrong.
You know, live and learn, I guess. Hopefully this video, if you're catching it and looking for the trail, you will at least know that that image is not part of this trail.
Wrong.
So it seems like I went down the rock scramble.
Wrong.
Which is fine, but it's not exactly what I had hoped. And so maybe there's a lesson in that too. Like, things aren't always what you expect them to be. You make the best of it and you humble yourself when you make foolish assumptions, maybe, I don't know. Okay, well, wrong again, and I'm gonna be totally leaving that in. Obviously haven't edited the video yet, but I'm keeping that in because it's a lesson on top of a lesson.
There you go.
About trying to jump ahead, right? Trying to figure it all out. And I am always, I'm so guilty of doing that in my life. Like, just trying to have the answers and trying to get ahead of everything, trying to be one step ahead. And, you know, even if it's as simple as just assuming I went down a bunch of rock stairs, so maybe that's the giant stairs, right? I mean, you can see from those videos that they were giant stairs. So it was reasonable to think that, oh wait, maybe, you know, and to be honest, I'm still not sure how we're gonna do a rock scramble from here. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like that picture. I have no idea. The lesson though is to not need to know and to just continue moving forward, taking whatever comes your way, right? And dealing with it in the moment, because you can never predict certain things. And things always turn out differently. I mean, the lesson's being beaten over my head so many times, and it takes even these little moments. Hopefully, the reason why I'm getting this lesson in such a kid gloves way or in such a lighthearted way is because I have finally gotten to a point now where I understand it. I see the lesson. I see how I need to be thinking, right? I see how that's something I have to work on. So awareness, number one, right? I have awareness about it. And I still trip up. It wasn't a big deal, but it was something that still, you know, cropped up in terms of a habit. And so now getting these little reminders, but hopefully the big reminders are a thing of the past, because now I've caught up to my awareness about it. And so that's all I can hope for. But as you can see here, quite literally walking on the shoreline. So I'm going to take care of this phase alone, and whatever may be, will be. Not gonna be able to film it the whole way, I'm sure, but while I'm still stepping on some level ground, I kind of want to give you a sense of what we're doing here. Definitely knew I was in for a unique one today, and kind of a different vibe to this walk. but just what I was looking for. So we got a pretty amazing spot here. I thought I'd go a little bit off the path, which is kind of right up there, just to sit here and kind of take this view in. So far, definitely all it's cracked up to be with the scrambling. Some of these rocks are movable, although most of them are pretty sturdy, but you know, gotta step lively and be very careful when you're doing it, that's all. But it's definitely a challenge, and it's one of those things that is just right up my alley. So we're gonna keep moving on, and first I think I'm gonna meditate here. This will take us down the coast, more of the same as to what I've been doing, kind of flat forest land. And that goes down quite a bit. You could go quite far down. In fact, I think it makes it like a 10-mile hike. We're gonna go up this path and up back to the start. So now we have a couple switchbacks that are gonna take us back up the mountain. I got the deer following me down there, and we're almost there. So now we're just walking down the road to get to the place that you have to walk back on. And as you can see from the view, great view at the top. If you go further down that trail I showed you all the way down the shoreline, you can come up further down and probably get slightly more views of the city. As I mentioned, I was really here for the rock scrambling. And what I found to be kind of ironic is I wasn't sure how much of the skyline I would get from where I was going to be at, and what I just showed you a moment ago was the southern tip of my route. So it was as much as we were going to get that direction, right? Well, all you could see is really North Bronx and maybe South Bronx. And I'm taking that as a little bit of a symbol of putting the city behind me and maybe getting that one last glimpse of where I was living and when I went through all my trying times with addiction and just feeling lost. And so it was kind of like saying goodbye to it, and also the kind of energy of this scramble was to not see it, right? To not see the Midtown skyline and to not need to, to not need to see that because it was in the rearview mirror and it was out of here, right? So, maybe I'm looking into those things. I'm trying to be aware of what these trails kind of symbolize, and so I want to bring that to you. And so I'm going to include my screw up and all that stuff is going to stay in because, there's a larger message to things, and maybe it'll help you think deeper about your own unique situation, or maybe it won't. But I know for me, it's cathartic one and healing most of all to recognize those symbols and those situations and to just look for a little bit of deeper meaning in them, even if for some of them I'm putting that onto it. So I'm gonna put the trail right here, and as you can see, as I've been doing lately, I've marked some of the key points. This was definitely a hard trail. The only thing I wanna mention specifically is that if you saw my Blue Mountain video, that scramble was a straight up climb. And so there's a lot more lifting, a lot more weightless jumping to get to the next level that you have to do. So it's a little bit harder. This trail, these rocks are scramble horizontal. And so that definitely makes a difference, although you have to be very, very careful and you don't want to kind of lose your step, obviously. I'm on to the next trail today. I will link that in the description box below, which is going to be Stairway to Heaven, which I'm on my way to right now.